Well, I originally reached out because I was diagnosed with some food intolerances, and I had kind of been trying to make my way through them, figure out what worked for me, what didn't on my own. And it was just a lot to try and figure out on my own, and I wasn't having much luck. I was still having issues with like GI distress and such, and figured I would be better off seeking help from someone who actually, knew what they were doing rather than just kind of blindly testing different things. So I tried to do a kind of an elimination diet and everything and see how things were going. And it didn't seem like anything that I did, whether I eliminated and then added back in, was really making a huge difference. My allergist, who was the one who diagnosed me with the food intolerances, suggested different elimination diets and different ways to go about doing it. I followed everything and again didn't seem to really find a difference in GI distress or energy levels or anything like that. Whatever I did just didn't seem to click. First found actually through Google search, actually. I had been debating for a while, getting a little extra help, and I was stubborn. I was like, no, I can do this on my own. So I actually found Move Fully Nourished before I actually reached out and tried a couple more months and decided, I'm getting fed up. This is not working at all. So I Googled again, and Move Fully Nourished was the top. Great reviews. I read through those reviews and was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm struggling on my own. Why not reach out and see what kind of help I can get? So I think I first really started noticing a difference after we did a few different tests, and we got the results back showing that I actually had an E. coli infection, and I had a whole bunch going on with my hormones, and a lot of my micronutrients weren't being absorbed properly. So once we started kind of working on those, it probably took at least a few weeks to a month or so before I started really feeling a bit of a difference, but that GI distress really started going away. I'd previously noticed a lot of bloating and energy issues, and the bloating was going away. The energy was slowly coming back up, but figured out I had some hormones pretty low. So we started working on that. The changes I experienced really impacted the quality of life just because I was constantly dragging before. I mean, I'm fatigued by nature. Part of that might be just job, sleep cycles, and everything, but I, I feel way better now. My quality of life is way better because not only do I have the tools now that maybe I didn't have before to make informed decisions, but now I know how to go about, the day to day, to give myself energy, how to, plan to be smart with, maybe going electronics out a little early and preparing for bed, or my meal prep and everything going forward. So I don't have to scramble and try and find something that isn't as healthy and that won't nourish my body. So the quality of life is just really increased. So before, I worked with Move Fully Nourished, I was frustrated. I was constantly I felt like I was two steps behind in trying to figure out the best way to move through the day as far as energy, as far as food, as far as just trying to, again, keep ahead of that GI distress. And now I feel like I have those steps where I can be a step ahead, or I know, for example, if I want to go out to eat with family or friends, I'll look at the menu before and be like, oh, you know what? I might need to alter this because this ingredient doesn't agree with me. Or, maybe I should maybe we should just going to a different place. Or maybe I eat beforehand and I just go out and have something like a cup of coffee with my family or friends, and I can move forward mentally. That has helped me a ton. Like before, not only was it frustrating, it was exhausting trying to constantly play the guessing game. And now I'm a little bit more well equipped. It's not as exhausting. I just do it without even thinking about it. Anyone who may be interested, I would say, don't even think about it. Just do it. I went back and forth a couple times, and had I gone the first time I looked, I'd be a couple months ahead of where I am now. I remember in one of your welcome videos, you talked about how we'll spend how much on a cup of coffee driving through each day, which is what, like $7 or $8 now. And how many times a week, how many times a month we do that, but how much do we invest in ourselves, really? And this is hands down worth it. Way more than that cup of coffee. I'll gladly make my coffee at home. Just investing in myself was so worth it.